So I just got started with a new dealer group that joined my morning meetings. And if you're not familiar with that, then I'll tell you real quickly what it is. We meet about 4 days a week. Well, it is 4 days a week for about 30 minutes before they ever open their doors. And I basically just hold their morning meeting, sales, F&I, parts, and service. It's all motorcycle dealerships. And they just want to get better. Better as in more profitable. The salespeople and managers that show up, they want bigger paychecks, while the big guys, as in the dealers, they just want more sales and profit, of course. These used to be known as 20 groups, which a 20 group consists of, just like it sounds, about 20 dealers that fly around the country each quarter. They meet, they go over numbers, out to breakfast, lunch, and dinner, make fun of each other, and then fly back home. It's pretty expensive and hit and miss on whether or not you end up in a good, productive 20 group. So over the past few years, they've been changing, so they're a lot less expensive, much more productive, and can help a dealership make a lot more money without the dealer ever leaving their store. So I've got enough top performing dealers out there that I know what works and what doesn't, and we share this stuff. So these dealers have decided to quit trying to find out what works to make money, and instead they join us and we help them implement what works without all the trial and error. But these new guys, they've been in the business for about 12 years now. They're not new to this, and they've been profitable most of the time. Something they're struggling with is sales. They can't get enough because there's a lot of competition out there. Have you heard about that before? Competition? So of course, my job is to make sure that my dealers are better than the competition. So we need to find the low-hanging fruit. Another way to put it is we need to give our dealers something their competition may not have. We could all just tell our dealers to lower their prices, but that's not good for business. Now, what dealerships and salespeople are always trying to do is follow this thing called a sales process. Sales process is just a series of steps where you take a stranger and you turn them into a customer. Now, over the years, salespeople have tried to speed this process up by taking shortcuts. In the powersports business, a shortcut happens when we don't introduce ourselves to the stranger, or we don't make a friend with the customer. We don't let the buyer demo what they're thinking of buying. Heck, we don't even have them sit on it or in it to make sure that it's at least somewhat what they were thinking it might be. That is, if we actually have a tag on a bike. This is all part of the sales process, and it doesn't need to be complicated, but just some basic steps need to be followed to make sure that the process works. Now, what a lot of well-meaning managers and salespeople do is they do give numbers to the customers. There's even a lot of well-meaning sales trainers like myself out there that teach this, and you have to and you should give numbers to the customers. Otherwise, how likely is somebody to buy when they can't see what it's going to cost them? Numbers, as in price, fees, trade value, payments. Have you ever done that? Written somebody up? Now, when you think about it, getting written up, it's not really something that's positive, is it? I mean, who wants to get written up? But the biggest thing that we always see is that in this digital age of computers are literally writing people up with pen and paper. But then after the customer gets written up, the sales manager is handwriting numbers on that same sheet of paper so the customer can see what the price is along with any extra fees, and of course a payment or two. The purpose of an efficient sales process is to turn a stranger into a paying customer. In fact, who in today's society is most likely to handwrite something? My first thought is my grandma. And you're still handwriting numbers for your customers, then you should think about letting me help you out by signing up for my free masterclass. It really doesn't cost that much because it's free. And it will turn more of your strangers into paying customers. Now, I hope that this helped you. I'm Tommy Ady. If you're not on my sign-up page, then go over to my site, tommyady.com, and get signed up for my sales help if you want to make some more money this year. You might even try to catch one of my master classes.